Hi there everybody, welcome to this week's start for Pilates, HarboroughPilates at Home. Have a little bit of a warm up. We're having an easier session today. I'm filming this Sunday morning. Feel like just a stretchy session, bit of back to basics type stuff. If it's not for you, you can increase the levels or you can take it nice and easy with me. What I thought we would add in today is if any of you have got one of the Pilates squidgy balls, you can use that. If you haven't, you could always use, for some of the ones that we're looking at, something like a rolled up, I've got a rolled up beach towel here, and use that. It's mainly for doing some nice thoracic extensions and helping with some of our abdo preps. So we'll be using those later on. Let's get started with the warm up. So standing nice and tall, straight through the back of that head, thinking about that posture. Open out through those shoulders. Think about that rib cage, let it soften down, drawing up through your tummy, and have that little roll backwards and forwards through the pelvis. Flattening out that lower back, dropping forwards, drawing up, dropping back. We've got our feet underneath our hips and our knees are nice and soft, so not slammed right back. Drawing in, dropping back, feel your movement, find that mid position. From there, let's start with a nice circle of an arm. Reaching around for 3, same arm, 2, 1, change to the other side, reaching round, 3, 2, 1, both arms up to the air, stretching up we go, 3, 2, 1, and a big swim down, bend those knees, up we come. Nice wide arms, drawing in, 2 more, last one, and then come down to the middle. Let's go into our nice dumb waiter. So arms relaxed at the side, turn those hands out. So it's those shoulders turning out, externally rotating, squeezing the shoulder muscles at the back. 2 more. With this one, we're reaching out wide, drawing back in. Think about where your neck is. Think about your neck being lovely and long, like a giraffe or a giraffe, depending on how posh you are. Stretching out. With this next one, out we go, over we go, big reach and back, through the middle, stretching over and back, and again, reaching out, and back. Last one. Leave that hand there, let the other hand come and join it. Hands on head, and we're going to go down into a little what I call dolphin dives. So it's chin down, bend the knees, curl that upper body, and back up. So we're starting off at the neck, curling down, thoracic spine, low back, and up. 2 more. Down we go, up we come. Last one, down we go, up we come, big reach out, coming down. Let's go wide. I'll come onto the mat a little bit. Feet turned out, drawing in through your tummy. Let's get those hips going as well. Squatting down for 4, 3, 2, 1. The body's nice and straight. Bring the arms to the front, let's arm open. Reaching round and to the back, long neck. We don't often do it in this position. You'll notice your hips are locked a little bit more, so you might not be able to reach round as far as you normally do, because we're normally cheating. We're normally twisting through those hips, but our hips are anchored a little bit more. Last one, and then stretch back up, down we go for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it there, reach over to one side. Let's do a little bit of balance work. Slide in and out, in and out. 2 more. If you can't manage to slide, you can step. Let's go down for 4, 3, I lost my arms there, 2, 1, over the other side, reach. So if you can't slide, step in, step out. Good, last one. Come back into the middle, up tall, nice high knees, Big arms. 3, 2, 1, and then from there, deep breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, chin on chest, rolling forwards. Let the arms drop down, stretch down towards that floor, hips to the ceiling. Big old stretch, and then gently, gently come back up, bit by bit by bit. Roll those shoulders back. And again, breath in, breath out, shoulders down. Shoulders up, shoulders down, chin on chest. Curl up as tightly as you can. Reach the arms down, hips to the ceiling. Big stretch. Gently, gently come back up. Peeling back up, opening back out. Last one. Breath in, breath out, chin on chest. Reaching down, little bend of the knees this time. Stretch as far as you can. Really feel it in the backs of those legs, up into your lower back. Bend the knees, and we're going to go down onto the mats. I'll just alter the camera so you can see what we're doing. Oh, the other way. Good stuff. So, I've got both my pillows with me today. I've got the little one and the big one. We're going to start off with just the little one. And if you have got one of the overballs, the squidgy balls, you can use it now if you want to, or you can go without it. You don't need to use this if you don't want to. If you're going to use it, we're going to pop it underneath our lower backs, underneath our bottoms really. So don't have it too high up your back, or else it'll be really uncomfortable. We just want it to be slightly uncomfortable, but you'll get used to it. From there, feet and knees are hip width apart, but you don't need to have the ball there, you don't need to have your cushion there, your rolled up towel, you can go flat. From there, we're going to roll forwards and backwards, feeling how much movement we've got in that lower back again. And if you feel those bony bits, feel where they're going. So they're pointing slightly towards the knees, slightly towards the nose. That's how much movement I've got this morning. As you're pulling up, your tummy's lifting up, your spine's bending backwards on itself, you're extending. As you're squeezing in with your tummy, your spine's flattening out, opening out. And that can be a bit tight, but it's good to do. Find that mid position. So if you're flat on the mat, the bony bits are up towards the ceiling. If you're on a ball or support, they're going to be slightly angled towards your nose. From there, we're going to stay nice and still, and we're going to start off with our one leg stretch level 2. So we're coming up in single tabletop, reach away, back in, same leg. Staying really still. If you're finding that easy, you can take the arms away. 2 more. Last one. Everything else is still, just that hip and knee moving. Lower that leg down. Recenter, check that you're working those core muscles, those tummy muscles are pulling in. Float the other leg up, and again, reaching away at that diagonal, coming back. As your leg goes away, your back will want to arch, so you've got to work the tummy harder to keep it flatter. So you should really feel that tummy working as you're reaching out. Again, you can lift the arms up if you want to make it a little bit more challenging. Last one, reaching out, coming back, gently lowering down. Okay, let's go back to that first leg, single tabletop. This time it's our hip twist. So we're taking it out to the side, drawing back in, really pulling in through that tummy. Elbows are needed. Yeah, they're needed. Keep that other side down, screws. 2 to go. Twisting out just at that hip, trying to relax the upper body. Lower that leg down. Have a little relax, roll up, roll back down, flatten out. Bring the other leg up, and off we go to the other side. Squeezing out, and you may notice one hip twists out more than the other. You might be stiffer one side, might be harder to control one side more than the other. Not uncommon at all. Sometimes we've got a little bit of early arthritis, a little bit of stiffness in the hips coming in. It's good to keep them moving. Really work that tummy, another 2. Last one coming up, twisting out, squeeze, come back, gently lower down. And let's take that now into our little scissor movement. So we're floating up, floating down. Keep the back still. This bit here between the lower part of our rib cage and our pelvis is staying in the same line all the time. Gently picking up, lowering back down. If you want to, if you think that's a little bit easy, Alison, let's go into a double tabletop, and we tap down, come back up, tap down, come back up. I think if you have got an oval ball, I think it's sometimes a little bit easier in the double tabletop on an oval ball than it is flat. But really make sure then that you're not cheating and that you're really hanging in through that tummy. 2 to go. And then gently lower down, one by one. And relax there. Okay. Now we're going to repeat that again. We're going to do 1 leg stretches, hip twists and scissors. But we're going to take it up into a double tabletop if you want to and if you can. If you can't, if you're not that confident, if you're not that strong, you keep at the single tabletop, okay? But if you're feeling a bit more confident, you take it into the double. So we're lifting one leg up, then the other. Make sure you're anchored through that middle. Definitely have the arms down. And off we go. For a stretch and back. We're going to do 6. If you're single tabletopping, it's the same leg for the 6. 2 to go. Double tabletoppers, stop there, hang in there, check your position, singles, change over. And off we go again. For 6, 5, 4, 3, drawing in through that tummy, 2, last one, and stay up in that double if you can, okay, lower down if you need to. Single tabletoppers, go back to your first leg, and we're hip twisting, out to the side, draw back in. Doubles, we're changing legs. Singles, stay with the same leg, we're halfway with that one. Really focus on your movement, drawing in, it's more challenging now. Last one. Single tabletoppers, change over legs, doubles, stay where you are, still as a rock. Pulling in through that tummy, check that back's nice and flat. Off we go for another. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And then gently lower down, one leg at a time, and relax there. Lift up, bridge up, lift the ball out if you're using it, and lower back down. Stretch one leg out, stretch the other leg out, reach back with those arms. Big stretch, fingertips to toes. Have a breath in, and a breath out. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Good stuff. We're going to have a little shoulder bridging session now. Again, you can use a ball if you want between your knees, or you can go just normal shoulder bridging, or you could put a towel or something between your knees. From there, you can lose your head pillow. We're going to do a gentle pull back through your tummy. Lift up towards the ceiling, resting on nice wide shoulders. Big toes are down. Holding that position. Then tilt one side of your pelvis down, bring it back up. Other side tilts down, bring back up. So we're twisting. Twist again, still keeping that bridge up, although we don't want sinky bridges. Last one, each side. And then gently lower back down. So we're getting that little rotation through the lower back and through the hips, which is what we do when we walk. So it's putting what we, some of the movements we need for walking but controlling and thinking about them. So let's have a go at that again. Big toes down, drawing in, rolling up onto nice wide shoulders, drawing it through that tummy. The tummy's lifting us up. Drop down one side, then squeeze through the bottom to lift it back up. Drop down, bottom, squeeze, lower, squeeze. And you can be, if you have got a ball between your knees or towel, you can be gently squeezing in through that as well. That helps to keep that bridge there, working the inner thigh and the pelvic floor. One more each side. Had a longer hold there. And lower back down and rest there. Let's come up into sitting. And if you're going to use a ball, or as I say, what you can do is use the towel. Okay, if you're going to use the towel, we're going to have it underneath our shoulder blade area. Yeah, you want it rolled up fairly firm, but it's to give us that nice stretch back. Yeah, when you're doing that, I'm going to use the ball, just because I've got one. But as I say, towel will work. You might need to have a slightly bigger cushion with you to support your head. Okay, so feet and knees hip width apart, leaning back. You want the ball or the towel around about your shoulder blade area, which I know can be a bit tricky. Don't have it too high up in your neck. Yeah, you see where mine is. Yeah, so around about the top, middle to top part of your shoulder blades. Pop your hands behind your head. We're going to start off with some abdo prep. So from there, we're thinking about where our rib cages are. And they'd be lifted up if you're using a ball or a towel. And we're going to think about drawing those down towards the pelvis as we come up. And then gently lower back down. Breathing in to prepare. Breathing out as we come up. The hands are supporting the neck, but they're not pulling up on it. So it's not the shoulders lifting us up. It really is those tummies working, drawing in, shrinking in, and lowering back down. Keep going for another 3, like this, lifting up on the out breath, hold for your in breath, lower on the next out breath. Prepare. Up we come, drawing in tight, lowering back down. Last one. Up we come. And gently lower back down. Okay, let's have a little rest. We're going to bring the arms up and we're going to do our double leg stretch arms. Just the arms, so think nice and wide. Palms facing inwards, so we're going to be leading with those thumbs. Stretch towards the ceiling and then draw back around your body, yeah? So you're stretching up. If you're using a ball, you're almost squeezing down onto it. Stretching up, drawing back down, then centre through the middle. Arms are up, reach back over. You'll reach to one point and then you'll feel you can't go unless you arch your back. That's fine. Some of you might not have the arch in the back to go back that far. You might be up here. That's fine. Okay, go with what you've got. Breath in, and then on the breath out, we pull back over. Now, when you're coming back, you're thinking about drawing in through your tummy to help lift you back. So stretch back. Use it as a mobilizing exercise. Feel the stretch. Breath in, and then engage that tummy to help pull you back over. 2 to go. Reach. Have a nice stretch. And back. Last one. Reach. Come back over. Pop those hands behind your head. We're back to abdo prep. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can single tabletop. Okay. So drawing in. I'm going to keep it on the easy one. Drawing in. And I think if you are using a towel or ball, you'll notice that you can come up a little bit further than if you're flat on the mat, or some of you will. And I think that's quite satisfying. Okay, and you can really concentrate on shrinking in through that waist, through that tummy, lifting up, coming back down. So lead with that head. The The other trick to do when you're doing your abdo preps is if you struggle to lift up, you can lie on a towel and use the towel to help pull you up. I'll perhaps show you that in the next session. Some of you that come to my classes have done it like that and you'll know what I'm talking about. 2 to go. Really squeezing in, lifting up, gently lowering back down. Last one like this. Up we come. Lower back down, and let's go back to our double leg stretches. This time we'll engage the leg as well. If you're not using a ball or that, you'll be laying fairly flat, that's fine. Same thing, same exercise. We're just getting a little bit more extension if you're leaning over something. So from there, reaching back, holding for an in-breath, and breathe out. Change over to the other leg. Anybody with sort of upper back, neck type problems, headachy type problems, this is a lovely exercise to do. Really extends that upper back, helps with that posture. And although it might feel a bit uncomfortable as you're doing it, oh, you should feel better after. Good pain, bad pain, that sort of thing. 2 to go. Drawing in through your tummy, squeeze and stretch at the same time. Coming back. Last one. Big reach out. Coming back over. Lower those arms down. Have a little roll. We're going to get rid of the ball or the cushion, if you've got one in there. We're going to lay nice and flat and just have a little stretch out. So we're going to bring feet and knees together, arms out to the side. We'll do our hip twist stretch. So knees one way, head goes the other, stretching out. You might get a little click in your back. That's all right, that's a good click. Reaching out the other side. Drawing back in. 2 to go. Big stretch. Back over to the other side. And then let's go over onto our sides. And we're going to do a little bit of climb work, okay? No equipment needed. Those of you that have got balls, if you want to put them in between your legs, you can do, but I'm going to go without. Okay, so resting your head so your neck's nicely supported. So you can have a little towel in your arm underneath if you've got that amount of movement in your arm and neck, okay? I don't want people curled up forwards. So if your arm doesn't reach that far back, you want to use a bigger support and have your arms in front, okay? So I'll perhaps choose this one today to show you how you manage that. You're thinking about that waist there, lengthening. So push that top hip down towards your feet, lift up underneath the waist, squeeze through your tummy, squeeze through your bottom, and we're opening out for that hip twist. And gently lower down, relaxing those shoulders. Squeeze and lift. You have your hand over there to check that you're not going backwards. You don't want to be opening out so far you start to twist back. Keep on your side. Drawing in through your tummy, squeeze and open. Back of the bottom should be where you feel it. If anything, you roll slightly forward. Drawing in, squeeze open. Slowly down. 2 to go. Gently, slowly on the way down. Last one. Squeezing open. Slowly back down. Rest there. Bring the feet and knees up. The feet and knees, just the feet. Okay, from there, drawing in through your tummy again. Squeeze and open. So it looks like we're working a bigger range, and we are, but we're doing more from the inside. Okay, the outward movement is the same range. Starts off further down though. Squeeze through the back of that bottom. Stretching out. Oh, I can tell I've not done this one for a while. With all that standing work last week. Squeeze. gently down. We're going to do one more. Opening out. Gently, gently, lower back down. Lower those feet down. Stretch those legs out. Bring that top arm up. Let's have a little torpedo stretch over. 3, 2, last one. Coming back over, bend those knees up. Let's go over on the other side. I'm going to use a little pillow the other side. So we're going to be doing the same thing. So we're just doing the clams. So arm underneath, supporting your neck if you can. If you can't, big pillow like we did on the other side. Thinking about that waist, lengthening it, drawing in through your tummy, squeezing through the bottom, and we're hip twisting open. And slowly back down. Trying to relax through the shoulder, squeeze open, slowly back down. Remembering we're not going so far that we're rolling backwards, we're staying with our hips stacked up. If you're on your barbecue, you'd be having your skewer through the hip joint. Keep drawing in through that tummy. Last one, squeezing open. Gently lower back down, rest back down there. Bring the feet up for our level 2. Drawing again through that tummy, relax the shoulder, opening out that knee, and slowly back down. Relaxing through the shoulder, feeling it through the back of the bottom. So it's like your sitting bones are squeezing together. Nice and tight bottoms. Tighter your bottom, the better your posture is. Squeezing open. 2 to go. Out we go. Slowly back down. Last one. Down we go. Lower those feet down. Straighten the legs out. We're lying on a little plank of wood. Bringing that top arm over. Leading with the thumb. Think about gently squeezing your shoulder blades together. Over we go. And back. 2 more. Last one. Here we go. Big stretch. And back. Well done, folks. Let's have a little roll over onto our backs. We'll stretch out those legs. Okay, so if you've got a stretchy strap or anything like that you've been using, grab it now. We'll start off with our bottoms though. So left foot over right knee, let that knee drop out to the side. I am so stiff in that today. Okay, bring that other leg up, squeezing in. I've had a couple of sort of sofa days, I think, and so I've not been stretching out, and I can feel it. Big old stretch. 3, 2, 1. Gently lower down. Let's change over to the other side. Right foot, left knee. Let that knee drop out to the side. You might want to stay like that. You might want to lift up, depending on what your level is, what you're able to do. And squeeze away. Well, what lockdown's told me is that I do need to be doing Pilates at least 5 times a week. Otherwise I feel rubbish. But it's having that motivation to do it. It's been good to hear that some of you have incorporated it into a sort of weekly or daily routine and are perhaps doing more than you normally do. I'm not, which is a bit of a shame. 3, 2, 1, gently lower down. Let's stretch out those hamstrings. So 1 foot up, pop the band around you, knee in towards you, stretch up. Toes down, heel away. Slide the other leg. I'll try and be a good girl this week and try and do some each day. Try and work out some new moves for us. Stretching away, so you want to feel the stretch from the back of the heel to your bottom. And if you gently arch through your back, you'll feel it a little bit more. As you pull the top of your hamstring underneath you. 3, 2, 1. Relax that leg down. Other side. Knee up towards you, give it a cuddle. Lift it up towards the ceiling. Toes down, heels away. Slide the other leg if you want to. Feel that big stretch. Lifting up through the lower back. Hold in there. 3, 2, 1. Gently back down. Good stuff. And we're going to finish off over on our tummies. I'm going to just move the mat around a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. If you've got a ball, you can use the ball, or you could use, if you've got a roller, I lazily get my roller there, you could use your roller. Okay, and we're going to have a little go at breaststroke prep. Let's start off without that though, without anything. Forehead on the small pillow, legs are lying there doing nothing, arms are out to the side. Yeah, so you're in that sort of stock position. From there, think about drawing the shoulder blades down towards your waist and gently lift up through the head. So we're not looking up through the neck. It's the back of the head is lifting up alongside the top part of your spine. You're sort of unfurling that top bit. So you're staring at the same bit of mat as you come up, or the same bit of floor. Shoulders down, chin stays tucked in, stretching up there. We're going to do 2 more. Breathing in to prepare, breathe out as you come up. Hold for that breath in, breath out and lower down. Last one. Breathing out, hold and lower back down. Pop your hands next to your chest, push yourself up, have a little stretch back the other way. So I know a few of you are a bit necky and stuff like that. You might find that you can do that, you might find that a little bit difficult. If you find that a little bit too difficult, you can prop yourself up a little bit and do the swan dive instead. That's sometimes a little bit easier. Or you can be thinking about doing it in a sort of upright position, just dropping the shoulders back and down. Coming forward a bit, lifting and dropping. Whichever's the most comfortable position for you to do it. If you're okay with it, let's take it on a bit, and if you've got a squidgy ball, you can use that, or if you've got a roller, you can use that. I'll try with both. I'll get the roller ready. So with the squidgy ball, pop your hands over that, your head's down. Draw your shoulders back. You come up and you roll that ball away. You bring it back in and you lower back down. Lift up, reach away, come back and lower down. Now, if you want to be doing it for a stretching exercise and you're okay at extending your back backwards, you can come back up into sort of a cobra and push away. If you're not happy with that extension, and I know some of you aren't, you can stay low and it's more the shoulders doing it. Yeah? So choose a level that suits you and what you feel you want to do the focus of. Okay? We'll do one more like that and then I'll show you the roller version. Reaching out, coming back in, lowering down. So if you've got a roller, some of you might have rollers or other halves that have got rollers instead, you can do the same thing. So we have that out in front, we come up either into a cobra or lower down, we roll out, we roll back in. And you can do a nice one where you hover and just use the shoulders But you're drawing in through the tummy, working the upper back to hold you there. As I say, or you can do a nice big stretch and a reach out. So you can use it however you feel is good for you. Okay, push yourselves up. Let's have a stretch it out session. So sitting back down, and again, if you've got a ball or a roller, you can have that out in front. Really stretch the back of the shoulders. Or you can sit back on your heels and curl yourself up. Coming up into 4 point, have a little cat stretch up and down. Drawing in, squeezing and lifting. Lowering back down. Big stretch up. Feel yourself as if somebody's walking along your back, pushing each bone down until your head pops up at the end, and then your tail drops in underneath, and you lift up bone by bone by bone into that big stretch. Then find that midpoint. Let's do our thread the needle. So we're going to stretch one leg out behind us, opposite arm goes up, and we pull through and under, and we go up, and we come under, and we come up. Last one, under we go, and back to the middle. Changing over to the other side, stretching out, arm goes up, through and under, arm goes up, through and under. Last one, up we come, through and under, big pull, back to the middle, sit yourself back, stretch yourself out, come up into high kneeling, put one foot in front of the other, get your balance, your fingertips can help if you need to, and lunge forward, have a little stretch forward, up into the air, and round, and again, reach, up, and round. Last one, coming back up, and round. Let's swap over to the other leg. Seem to have lost music. Okay, once you've got your balance on that other leg, lunge forward, stretching that hip. Stretch, up and over, and again. Up and over. Last one. Good stuff. Gently come up into standing. We'll finish up in standing. I just organise the chaos around me so we don't trip up. Pop the camera so you can see me. Oh, I know I do it the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so from there, move that out of the way. Standing up tall, string through the top of that head. Think about that posture. Breath in, breath out, and again. Drop the head and shoulders, link the fingers, a little bend of the knees. Let's stretch those arms forward. And slowly come up. Opening out wide and down. And again. Head and shoulders down, drop the arms, a little bend of the knees. Curl over. Coming back up, reaching round, nice and wide. Floaty, floaty arms up. Twist round. So you can see, without us, we did it in the wide stance. At the start, the arm openings, and we were quite limited. Make sure your neck's nice and long. With your legs together, you just get that little bit of extra because you're anchoring less of your body. So we're cheating. but I'll let you cheat. Last one, because it feels nice. Back to the middle, lower those arms, reach down one leg, and just hang in there. Feel the stretch. You might feel it down the side of your neck, all the way down into your hip even. That's where I'm feeling it. Come back up, over to the other side. Just dangling in there, letting everything slowly stretch out. Breath in, breath out. Come back up into the middle, lengthening through the back of that neck. Let's go down the other side. Bring that arm up. Pop your hand on your head, elbow towards the ceiling. Stretching over, have a roll to the middle. Drawing in through your tummy at the same time. Dangling there. Slowly, slowly peel yourself back up. Let's go to the other side. Dropping down. Lifting the arm up. Stretch. Hand on head. Elbow to ceiling. Reaching over. Circling round. Dangling in the middle. Gently, gently coming back up. Rolling up, dropping the arms down. Little float up. Float back down. For 3, 2. Gently raising up onto your toes. 1. Holding it there. For 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. Gentle knee bend. Reach forward. For 3, 2, 1. Holding it there. Let the arms go down. Drop the head. Straighten those knees. Gently come up bit by bit by bit by bit. Restack yourself. Calf stretch to finish with before we roll down. 1 foot forward. Back leg straight. Lean over that front leg. Should feel it through the back calf. Gently lifting up through the chest. Holding it there. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently change over. Front foot forward. Back foot nice and straight. Lunge over that front foot. So we're bending that front leg. Back leg straight. Lift up through the chest. Holding that there. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back together. Feet are underneath those hips. Lifting up through the chest. Stretching through the back of that neck. Breath in. Breath out. Okay. We're reaching up towards the ceiling. Hands on head. Breath in. Breath out. Gently roll down. Little bend of the knees. Reach down towards the floor. Hips to the ceiling. And slowly, slowly peel back up. And open out. And again. Reaching down. Weight towards the front of your feet. Take a nice deep breath in. On the breath out. See if you can get a little bit further. And then come back up. Restack yourself. Nice deep breath in. And a breath out. And again. And out. Well done, folks. Go and grab a coffee. A little cake. Who knows if you've been baking. See you all later on in the week. Bye.